Mark/Gary, played by Ayush Ghosh. Dr. Michael/Michelle Dad, played by Marcus Giordano. Scene 1. We are in a bleak and dreary office. The only lights to be found are overhead and fluorescent, the kind that wouldn't be out of place in a prison. There is a desk in the back right of the office with 2 velvet wooden chairs sitting in front of it. We see 2 women enter. The first woman is dressed in a beige pantsuit that is not designed to stand out. The woman has an off-putting grin that is usually only seen on people trying to hold in a laugh at a funeral. The other woman is wearing a stained brown sweatpants and a blouse that probably hasn't seen a washing machine for at least 6 months. She is melancholic and seems disinterested in everything that is around her.
Right this way, dear. Have a seat wherever you find pleasant. So what brings you in today, sweetheart?
I would like to donate my time.
Well, of course, honey. That's why everyone comes in. What brings you in today?
My mom died, which isn't uncommon. Moms die.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. Well, I mean, I guess it's not fine. I'm sorry, I'm not used to telling people how I'm really doing, but I guess that's kind of your job, though, right? Well, okay then. I've been feeling really low lately. I mean, actually, I've been feeling really low for a while now, I guess. I mean, I feel like every horrible thing that has happened to me or that I've done, I'm still carrying with me, and it's too much. I can't really sleep anymore. I'm barely eating. I haven't been to my job in a week, and most days I don't feel capable of getting out of bed. I feel like I'm being held hostage by myself in a downtown Sacramento studio apartment. Can't really tell Tuesday morning from Saturday evening, and everything just meshes together one big gray clump. I mean, this feeling used to only be in the back of my mind and only came out when I was already feeling kind of low, and whenever that feeling lingered, I would just call my mom and she would pull that feeling away, but I mean, it never stopped at a certain point. It just kept growing and growing and growing until it was all that was there. So now that my mom's dead, I guess I feel like it will never go away now.
Well, that is wonderful news. It sounds like you are our ideal candidate. Here at Preserve Lifeline, we always want to make sure our donors are sound of mind and body before donating. And it seems like you check all the boxes. But just to be safe, we will need to run down the list and confirm if that's all right with you. Lovely. Number 1, candidate is not here out of pressure from any outside source, such as spouse, employer, etc. Good. Number 2, candidate has no close relatives that would legally object to their donation.
My mom probably would have, but no.
Indeed. Number 3, candidate has no goals, aspirations, or future endeavors that would hinder society if they were to complete this donation.
I always wanted to be an art teacher.
A no will suffice. Number 4, candidate is fully aware of the implications of donating time.
I mean, yeah. Death, right?
Oh, no, we don't like to use that word here. As stated in the Preserve Lifeline donation pamphlet, you will be parted from time. Death indicates something is over, but with your donation, life is getting restarted. The number 1 request of every child in hospice care is more time. With your donation today of the time you seem to resent, you can give hundreds of children the time they so desperately crave. Number 5, candidate has assigned 1 beneficiary of the donation reward.
My dad, I guess.
Judging by the eye test, it seems like your donation reward will be generous. We will have you examined in the coming days by our experts. That will give you a concrete number of the time you will be donating and its estimation. But I would be surprised to see anything less than $5 million. Good for Dad.
Good for Dad.
All right, Miss Ludson. That is the end of the liability checklist, and I'm happy to report that we are able to move forward with your donation at this time.
Okay. What's next?
The ascension of the provider.
What?
The ascension of the provider. It's a 24-hour period where the provider, you, are treated to every earthly desire you so crave. No price too big, no feat too lofty. You may have or do anything you please with a simple request, and the Preserve Lifeline Company will accommodate it. You will live like a god for one day before the extraction commences. Do you have any further questions pertaining to the ascension of the provider?
Anything I want?
As long as it pertains to you, the donor, you can have or do anything.
Oh, what do you mean as long as it pertains to me?
It is the ascension of the provider. So the provider must be the sole proprietor to receive such gifts. So no asking for another donation reward or peace on earth. You must be the only one to benefit from the ascension in any way.
Okay. When does this ascension start?
Once you're assessed by the Preserve Lifeline top examiners and given a reward estimate on your remaining time. At the end of that meeting, you will be presented with a contract certifying your intention of donation. You will then have a meeting with me about determining your most desirable day. You can ask for things to be added along the way, of course, but I will give a place to start that you will find quite pleasurable. It is crucial to keep in mind that there is no way to terminate this contract once signed. Do you foresee any reason you would back out or renege on your donation?
No.
Excellent. In that case, we will see you here tomorrow for your examination. Does 10:30 a.m. work for your schedule?
I'd have to check with my prior engagements, but I think I could squeeze you in.
Well, please do double check to make sure that you're not already booked at the time that... Oh, I see, you were making a joke. My apologies, most donors don't usually have a sense of humor when I speak to them. Seems to have been drained out of them by the time they get to me. But I'm glad you're able to keep your spirits up. They are sure to rise even more during the commencement of your ascension. Hopefully the children receive your sense of humor as well as your time. Miss Ledson, Lord knows they need it.
Hope so.
Well, unless you have any more questions for me at this moment, I believe our meeting is over. We noticed you arrived today at the office by a rideshare company, so we've assigned a driver to take you back to your studio apartment downtown at our pleasure. They will also pick you up in the morning and take you back for your examination. I wish you well, Miss Ledson, and look forward to continuing this donation process by your side. Have a lovely night.
End of scene. Scene 2. Michelle is outside of the office and sees Mark standing next to a black SUV. He is well dressed, but clearly seems like a completely different brand of employee than Miss Herron. He is cool, calm, and approachable.
Michelle Ledson?
Yeah.
Great. I'm your driver, Mark. Rough first day on the job, huh? Hey, don't worry, I heard it pays well and you get plenty of time off. No, seriously, no. You're doing God's work, you know that?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't want it, so might as well give it to those who do.
Yeah, sorry your life sucks. I mean, I don't know if your life sucks. I kind of just assumed since you're, donating your life. Wasn't all hunky-dory, sorry.
No, it sucks.
Oh, good. Shit, sorry. Not like good, your life sucks. I meant like good, you're not killing yourself and leaving behind this awesome life, Woo!
I thought you weren't supposed to say kill yourself.
Yeah? Oh, sorry. I'm new, so not quite used to all the terminology yet.
Me neither. The lady seemed super peeved that I said death.
Oh, yeah. Miss Herron's been here since the start, so I think she's strict on the terminology because she, came up with half of it. you know.
Really? She doesn't seem that old.
Yeah, that's because.
Because what, Mark?
You know, I never realized how beautiful downtown Sacramento is doing. I'm from Chicago, so I'm not used to looking outside in February and seeing grass. It's nice. Definitely better than the foot of snow I'm used to. Hey, you from here?
No, I'm also from Chicago. Why?
Oh my God! What part? I'm from Lower South Side, so I was born a Sox fan. Hey, let me guess. Cubs? Ugh, my dad hates those Cubbies, but I don't really mind them. You know, we're both representing Chicago, so no reason to fight. Oh, hey, looks like we're here. It was nice to meet you, Miss Ledson. I'll be here at 10 sharp tomorrow to pick you up.
Hey, Mark, what were you gonna say about...
10 o'clock sharp!
End of scene. Scene 3. Michelle walks into her apartment. It is a disaster scene that could only be conjured up by a person who knows. Michelle walks into her apartment. Michelle walks into her apartment. It is a disaster scene that could only be conjured up by a person who knows they won't be around to clean it up. There is trash strewn around the entire place. There's a large couch in the center of the apartment that seems to be the only thing that has been regularly used in the past year. There is a wooden table in stage left with a fold-out chair. Michelle walks past all the chaos and destruction, throws her purse onto the floor, and flops face down on the couch. She lays there for a beat, and then a person pops up from behind the couch.
Surprise!
Jesus, fuck!
Happy birthday, sweetheart!
Dad? What the hell are you doing here?
To celebrate you, of course.
You drove up here all the way from Reno?
I thought I'd put some miles on a new Porsche. Can't just let a butte like that just sit in the garage.
Uh-huh. Dad, how did you even get into my apartment?
Oh, remember, sweetheart? Your doctor gave me a key in case you were having a bad case of one of your episodes.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's time for some birthday cake, huh?
Michelle's dad helps Michelle off the floor and they walk to the kitchen table. Michelle sits down on one of the fold-out chairs. Michelle's dad realizes there is no chair for him.
Oh, Michelle, sweetie, do you have another chair?
Wasn't planning on company, so no.
Okay. Here.
Michelle's dad drags the couch through the sea of garbage piled up and aligns the arm at the head of the table.
Problem solved. Do you have any utensils or plates, dear?
Not really. I mean, I think there's probably forks in one of those bags.
That'll do. Honey, this is still full. Michelle, have you been eating lately?
Yes, Dad.
This is still full too. Now, I know when you get into one of your episodes, you sort of don't eat, but you have to try. For me.
He takes the lid off of the pre-made Walmart utensil and stabs the fork into it.
Okay.
Wait. Happy birthday to you.
not that hungry.
That's okay, sweetie. Thank you for at least trying. So, the big 3-2. How's it feel?
Pretty shitty.
Oh, so just like the big 3-1 then.
And the big 3-0 and the 2-9 and so on.
I get it. It's been rough, but you gotta keep your head up, sweetheart. You know I was 2 years older when you were now when I met your mother? And then I had the best years of my life, so maybe the best is yet to come.
I really doubt it.
Michelle, you'll never feel any better unless you start believing you can.
What kind of fortune cookie bullshit is that, Dad? I have a chemical imbalance in my brain. Believing I can feel better doesn't help shit.
I know you haven't been handling your mother's death in the best way, but lashing out at me is not the best way to deal with that. I'm just trying to help.
Sorry. It's just not a good time for me right now.
I know, honey. I know.
Michelle's dad goes over and embraces his daughter in a hug. Michelle is lifeless in the hug for a beat and then embraces her father and holds on to him for dear life.
Celebrating your birthday was only half of the reason I drove up. I mostly did it to check in on you. I know how bad it used to get on your birthday growing up, and since this is the first one since your mom's been gone, I just wanted to make sure you're doing okay.
I just really miss her, Dad.
I do too, sweetie. I do too. I know she was always the one to help you with all of your, you know you can always tell me and I can try to help like she did.
Thanks, but I'll be okay. Things are gonna be better for us real soon.
That's the spirit, sweetheart. You want to open your present now? It was your mom's. I got it for her for our 1-month anniversary. It cost my whole month's salary at the time. Your mom thought it was stupid I would spend so much money on a gift for a girl I had just met, but I just knew how beautiful it would look on her and I couldn't help myself. I guess it turned out to be not so stupid. You know, she used to keep a picture of me in that locket. But when you came around, well, let's just say it was an easy switch for her to make. She wanted to carry you as close to her heart as she possibly could.
Sorry, I can't take this.
Why?
It's just too her. I mean, it looks like her, it feels like her, smells like her. It's not her though.
She wanted you to have it, Michelle.
I'm sorry, Dad, I can't.
Honey, please, this is what she wanted. I know it hurts to remember her, but it's better than forgetting.
Is it?
Okay, sweetie. You know I love you.
I know, Dad.
I just want to make sure you're not planning anything.
What would I be planning?
Michelle?
No, Dad.
Good. It was hard enough losing your mother in that crash. I don't know what I would do if you were gone too. I couldn't imagine my life without you in it.
Michelle's dad embraces his daughter in another hug. This time, Michelle doesn't have the heart to hug him back.
Good night, sweetie. And I promise you the big 3-2 is going to be a whole lot better than you think. I can just feel it.
I do too.
End of scene. Scene 4. Michelle is standing outside her apartment complex with the same clothes from last night and purse in hand. Mark arrives at 10 o'clock on the dot. Michelle
morning, Miss Ledson. How are you today?
Same as yesterday, Mark. Thanks for asking.
Good, good.
Mark reaches down and grabs a cup of coffee and a blueberry muffin that he hands to Michelle.
Compliments of Preserve Lifeline. You have a long day of meetings ahead of you, so want to make sure you have the proper energy needed to give 100%.
Thanks.
Michelle places the blueberry muffin in the seat next to her, never intending to pick it back up.
Hey,
Mark, you never finished what you were saying about Miss Heron last night? What's going on with her?
oh yeah, sorry. I lose track of my thoughts all the time. I was just saying what a wonderful boss she is and how I'm so fortunate that she has given me an opportunity to work for such a groundbreaking company like Preserve Lifeline.
Okay. I was more talking about how she looks like she's 35, but you said she's the founder of this 80-year-old company.
Oh, did
You
I?
see how those things don't really add up?
Yeah, jeez. Sorry about that. It was the end of my 12-hour shift, and I was running off of 3 hours of sleep and 24-hour energy. So if you do the math, I wasn't thinking straight. I guess I, wasn't thinking that straight.
Uh-huh. So she didn't found this company.
No, of course not. Preserve Lifeline was the creation of 4 Dutch businessmen a half a century ago. And they're all long dead, parted from time.
Sorry. I mean, I guess I must have been reading into things that weren't there.
Guess so.
Mark,
Yes, Miss Ledson?
who decides where the time goes after donation?
Well, every donation collected at Preserve Lifeline goes directly to the sick children who need it most. We want to make sure only those who deserve the time receive it.
No, I get that. I guess what I'm asking is who decides where the time goes and who are the most deserving?
I don't really know. I assume it must be Miss Heron, but I don't actually know. Don't quote me on that.
So Miss Heron is solely in charge of where every donated hour goes?
No, like I said, I don't know. I'm simply guessing.
But, I mean, shouldn't you know? Shouldn't I know? Shouldn't the fucking kids know? If a kid is stuck in a hospital bed waiting for a time transplant, shouldn't they know who is in charge of making sure that they get the transplant?
Well,
What
I
makes
guess.
one dying child more deserving than another?
It
I mean, there seems
seems.
to be some form of transparency. One woman shouldn't control who lives or dies. What makes her so holy that allows her to take dying kids' lives in her hands?
I don't know. Sorry. I just drive. I only know what they want me to, and they clearly don't want me to know too much, because I would just blab it out to whatever donor or tech CEO that I drive that day. I can barely handle the low level of clearance that they allow me.
Mark, why would you be driving tech CEOs?
What?
I mean, you said you drive donors and tech CEOs. Like, why would you be driving tech CEOs?
Because I don't know. I just get in my car and I drive. I don't think about it much more than that.
How often do one of those CEOs get in your car?
Maybe like 3 times a day. I don't think I'm supposed to be talking about this though.
Mark, that's weird. Mark? Mark! Mark, that's weird! Sorry I said anything. Did you say you were a White Sox fan?
Yes, I did. Biggest this side of the Mississippi.
I'd probably agree if I wasn't on this side of the Mississippi.
Oh, really?
Mark rolls up his left sleeve up to his elbow, revealing a massive tattoo of a famous White Sox superstar, Frank Thomas's face.
The Big Hurt himself. He was my favorite player growing up. I own 3 of his rookie cards, each one signed with a personal message to me. So, you still think you're the bigger Sox fan?
Nope. No, I think you have me beat on this. I do have a jersey though. Got it when I played on the Little League White Sox when I was 10. Still fits, just a little snug.
Oh, that's funny. My kid's actually on the Little League White Sox right now. It's adorable seeing him in his little uniform. I still remember when he was just the size of my Sox cap.
How old is he?
Oh, he just turned 7. He won the Bluey-themed party this year. Here, it's my background. That's all of us dressed up as the Bluey characters.
Aw, he's adorable, Mark. And I'm guessing that's your wife holding him.
Yeah. What a beaut, right? Can't believe a 10 like her chose a 3 like me.
You 3 make a beautiful family.
Hey, thanks.
What's his name?
Oh, Benny. We named him after my grandfather. He fought in World War II and got the Medal of Honor. Want my Benny to grow up to be a man like that. Oh.
That's sweet, Mark. But what if Benny didn't grow up to be just like your grandfather at all? I mean, what if he didn't get the chance to grow up?
What?
Like, what would you do if Benny got sick, like one of those kids in hospice care, and you just had to watch while he wasted away in a hospital bed every day? Like, who would you talk to? Who would you plead with to give your son just a few more years? Who, Mark? Who?
Okay, Miss Ludson. I get it, and I don't appreciate it. I would prefer if you didn't talk about my child, especially in that manner.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Would you plead with one of those tech CEOs?
Listen, Miss Ludson, I don't even know them, okay? They don't talk to me. They don't look at me. They don't even acknowledge that I'm here. So I doubt they would listen to my pleas if they did have any power where the time goes, which they don't. The only one that treats me like a human is Gary Haven. Huh, good guy. He's always nice when I pick him up. Always seems like he genuinely cares about how my day is going, but I'm pretty sure even he doesn't have the power you're suggesting.
Gary Haven, the Nikola Motors CEO?
Yeah, well, looks like we're here, Miss Ledson.
Mark, is none of this odd to you? Like, why is there no transparency? Why are you driving Gary Haven around? Why is everything the way that it is?
I don't know, Miss Ledson, and to be honest with you, I don't care. I haven't been able to hold down a job for a long time. I got a wife and kid at home, so if I have to choose between asking questions or having a job, 10 out of 10 times I'm taking the job. Have a good day of meetings, Miss Ledson.
End of scene. Scene 5. Michelle is now sitting in the office. Miss Heron is sitting at her desk with a man in the lab coat behind her.
Good morning, Miss Ludson. This is Dr. Michaels. He will be administering your time evaluation. It's a painless procedure that should take no more than 5 minutes. I'll step out and leave you with Dr. Michaels. If you have anything, I'll be right outside the door.
Hello, Michelle. Thank you so much for your donation. My job is to find the exact amount that you'll be donating so we can calculate a proper donation amount. The way I'll be doing that is by inserting a device into your arm and simply asking a few questions. Does that sound all right with you?
Do I have a choice?
Not if you intend on donating.
Then go for it.
Dr. Michaels pulls out a metal gun-looking device out of his bag. He pulls out a little pill from his top pocket and loads it into the front of the device. He approaches Michelle with it.
All right, Michelle, this will be painless. I'm going to insert the device into your forearm, and after 5 minutes, it will pop out of your body with all the information we need to find your exact donation reward. It'll also help you with answering the questions I'm about to ask.
Pop out.
Deep breath, 1, 2, 3.
Fuck! Damn, you said it would be painless.
Oh, sorry, I meant the pop-out part is painless. The insertion hurts quite a bit.
You don't say.
Just one quick thing to mention before we continue. Although the device will pop out of you in the next 5 minutes, it will have a lasting effect on your body until your donation.
What kind of lasting effect?
Nothing major, just some hormone suppressants and blockers that ensure you are in the right headspace for your procedure.
Okay.
All right, Michelle, I'm going to start asking you a few questions now. What is your first memory?
I remember my mom taking me to the zoo when I was 3.
And what do you remember about this day at the zoo?
It was sunny. My mom was wearing this bright purple summer dress with white flower pattern. She took me to see the lemmings exhibit. We just sat there and watched them for what felt like forever. I was obsessed with them as a kid, something about their whiskers.
Great. Where were you when you first felt joy?
That day at the zoo,
Where were you when you first felt fear?
when I was 7, I went over to my best friend's house. We were playing outside next to her pool and she pushed me in. I didn't know how to swim and I was being buried by the water for what felt like an eternity until finally her dad pulled me out. Why am I able to remember so clearly?
Simply the device doing its job. Can you recall your earliest memory of anger?
I was wearing the same Mario shirt as another boy in kindergarten and he didn't want people thinking that he was wearing a girl's shirt, so he threw me to the floor and I punched him in the face once I got up.
Melancholy?
Why can't I remember the first time?
Just try and think back as far as you can.
Okay. I guess it was when my fish died in 1st grade.
Are you certain that was the first time?
Yes. No. I don't know. Can we go to the next one?
Unfortunately, we cannot skip any questions to make sure the estimation does not become skewed. Just relax and think.
I don't know. Fuck, why don't I know?
Just breathe, Michelle. Breathe.
Wasn't that pill supposed to make me remember?
The pill is currently providing all the memory data that is necessary. All you have to do is present that data to me.
I guess there isn't a time when I didn't feel sad, so I guess that day at the zoo.
That is completely normal. Many patients that come in have the same experience. Would you say that you've lived a fulfilling life?
What? No?
Yeah, I figured that was the answer. But you gotta ask anyway. Have you done actions to your body that have impacted your physical health?
I mean, who hasn't?
Yes, that is true. I mean, any severe examples?
Such as?
Hard narcotic use?
Nope.
Binge drinking?
Only in college?
Botched surgeries?
No.
Self-harm? I'll mark that down as a yes then. Okay, final question. If we were to reject your donation today, what would you do with your life?
I really don't know.
Just try to imagine.
I mean,
This is purely hypothetical. The pill can't help with this one.
I guess I would try to go back to work.
Huh? And after that?
Maybe try to get back into the dating scene, try to better my health. I don't know, I feel like I'm just saying some New Year's resolution bullshit.
So you would try to keep on living?
I mean, I would, I think. Hopefully.
Great! That is all the questions I have for you.
Okay. What next?
We just gotta wait for the device to pop out. It should be any moment now.
So we just wait?
Indeed. Right on time. Oh, wow. A little less than expected, but 35 years and $2 million is nothing to sneeze at. Now, the matter of the contract. All right, Michelle, just sign right here, and that $2 million will be guaranteed to your beneficiary. Good. Glad we can move on in this process. You will meet with Miss Heron in this office when you get back from your complimentary life provided by Preserve Lifeline. Oh. It has $15 on it, so you can get a cookie as well.
End of scene. Scene 6. Michelle is sitting on a bench alone eating a Subway cookie. She only eats half of it before deciding she doesn't have any appetite left for the rest. She folds the cookie up into its wrapper and motions to put it away in her purse. When she reaches in, she is suddenly startled by something. She pulls her hand out, and enclosed in it is her mother's locket. She stares into the locket for a good 3 beats until she decides to throw it away in the trash can next to her. But she is stopped with the emergence of Mark from off stage with a sack lunch in hand.
Afternoon, Miss Ledson. Oh, shiny. What's that?
My necklace.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thanks.
So, how'd your meeting with Dr. Michaels go?
It was odd.
Yeah, I've heard. No one else is allowed to see what actually goes on, but except for Dr. Michaels and the donor, you know, client, patient, confidentiality stuff. But I have heard quite a few stories of it from other donors.
I mean, yeah, definitely not painless.
Yeah, sorry about that. Did you at least get a good donation reward? God, I cannot get this.
2 million.
2 million? Huh. I mean, that's not horrible.
Dr. Michaels had the same reaction. Why is 2 million bad?
Oh, I guess I've just seen people older than you get like 8 figures, you know? The device is unpredictable, but I'm sure whoever you're giving your money to is gonna be more than happy with $2 million.
Hopefully. Mark, do you want my necklace?
What?
You could give it to your wife.
Miss Hudson, that's very kind, but I don't think I could take that from you.
Well, I'm never gonna see it again in a few days, so might as well give it a good home.
Hey, well, if that's what you want. Thank you. Man, my wife will love this. Hey, you know, now that I look at it closer, this looks exactly like the necklace that my first ever donor had on. I might not remember names well, but I do remember personal pieces like that. Hard to forget, especially when she showed me the inside.
What was inside it?
Oh, just this adorable photo of her kid.
What?
Yeah, kid looked right around Benny's age when the photo was taken.
Open the locket.
Huh?
Open the locket.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Was the donor's name Elizabeth?
Yes. Yeah. But her last name wasn't Ledson. I would have connected the dots.
Rose. Elizabeth Rose.
Yes. Yeah. That was it.
She did always want her maiden name back.
I'm gonna guess you're the kid in the necklace. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way.
What time is it?
It's 12:45.
End of scene. Scene 7. Miss Heron is now in her office checking her watch. Michelle walks in with an unfamiliar rage looming inside her. She is now wearing her mother's necklace around her throat.
Ah, Miss Letson, 2 minutes late. Gonna have to dock that out of your reward. My apologies, I thought I would try to match your humor from yesterday. Seems the humor has now drained out of you. Please take a seat so we can get started on planning. Wonderful, let us begin. I'll start off by asking you a few questions if that's all right.
No.
I'm sorry?
No more questions. I mean, I've had it with all the fucking questions.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Letson. I understand that we here at Preserve Lifeline have asked quite a few questions over the past 48 hours, but it really is necessary.
Stop! Just stop! If you want me to answer any more of your questions, you're gonna have to give me some answers first.
Okay, Miss Letson, what do you want to know?
Who decides where the time goes?
Like I said in our first meeting, the donated time goes to terminal children who need it most.
That's not what I asked. I asked who decides where the time goes.
Miss Letson, why does that matter to you? The important thing is that it's going to those who deserve it.
Answer my question.
The process by which donations are distributed is not available to the public. In order to not disrupt or influence any decisions made here at Preserve Lifeline.
So you.
No, Miss Letson, I can assure you that I am not the
How
sole
old
person.
are you?
Excuse me?
How old are you?
I don't understand why that information is relevant, but for your information, I am 37 years old.
And what year were you born?
I was born in 1987.
Forgot, didn't you? Because you have to keep changing it every year, right?
Miss Letson, I don't know what you are implying, but I can assure you
You know exactly what I'm implying.
Then I resent the statement. And I would ask you to refrain
I
from...
told you you're done asking me anything. Who's Gary Haven to you?
Who?
Gary Haven, the Nikola Motors CEO? What is he doing making regular visits to this office?
Oh, yes, Gary. He's one of our main investors who visits from time to time to simply check on how everything is running.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about investors then. Where does all the money for the rewards come from?
Generous souls who simply want the best for humanity.
Generous souls?
Yes, as well as the hospitals that pay a small amount for our services.
You want me to believe that you're handing out millions of dollars, all of which has been funded off the back of generous souls and a small amount from hospitals?
Yes. You see, Miss Letson, people are much more generous than you give them credit for.
Bullshit! From my experience, people aren't willing to give others the time of day, let alone millions. Everything you have said to me has been lies. You are asking people to give you their lives and you can't even give them the truth in return?
No. What we are giving them in return is something every donor desires. A purpose. Preserve Lifeline knows that our donors have lived miserable, unfulfilling lives that haven't mattered to anyone. We turn the undesirable and unwanted members of society into something that will actually impact this planet, as small as it may be. Without us, you and the rest of these miserable souls are nothing. So you're welcome.
Elizabeth Rose, was she nothing?
Who?
My mother, was she nothing?
I didn't know your mother, so I can't say.
She donated here 6 months ago. Was she nothing?
Oh, I see. Well, if she was a donor, then no.
Why didn't I know this is how she died?
Again, please refrain from using the word.
Died, dead, deceased, you killed her. Why wasn't I told that you killed her?
Preserve Lifeline always contacts the reward beneficiary after the procedure.
Dad, he would have told me. He would have told.
I hope that I have answered all of your questions to your liking. Now, if we could please get back to the original purpose of this meeting.
No, I'm out. I can't do this anymore.
Miss Ledson, that is no longer an option. You got your reward estimation and you signed the contract. There is no going back now.
Fuck that! I mean, you can't shove that contract You can shove that contract and $2 million up your ass. I'm leaving.
Michelle stands up and goes to exit the office. But when she goes to open the door, she finds it to be locked from the outside. She pulls on the handle for a beep.
What the hell?
Like I said, Miss Letson, you signed the contract. There is no going back now. So if you could please sit down so we can continue to plan your ascension.
No chance.
Michelle resorts to ramming her body into the door to try and smash it open. No use.
Please, Miss Letson, I want you to receive the full, complete donation experience. But if you are insistent on pulling out of your contract, then we will have no choice but to commence the donation today.
Fuck you.
Michelle now begins to throw everything that is not bolted down at the door to no avail. She grabs the chair she was originally sitting in and begins to use it as a battering ram. Miss Heron just watches this caged animal, knowing what the end result will be.
I want to give you one last chance, Miss Letson. I want to ensure the best donation process possible, but if you continue damaging Preserve Lifeline property, then we will have no choice but to take matters into our own hands.
Michelle stops ramming the door and places the chair down.
No, I'm taking matters into my own hands. You are going to cancel my contract and never contact me again.
I wish it didn't have to come to this, Michelle. Sleep!
Michelle immediately falls unconscious, being caught by Miss Heron before she hits the floor.
All right, come on in.
Two men enter the room. One of these men is Dr. Michaels, who is wheeling in a large contraption that looks like some type of pump with a mask attached to it. The other is a sharply dressed man with the biggest smile you've ever seen taking up property on his face. It is Gary Haven.
I'm sorry, Mr. Haven, but we've got another fighter on our hands today. Thank God for that pill.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Heron. Just try to make sure the next one is a little more well-behaved. Oh, it just feels so much better when they're extracted with at least some joy left in them.
Understood. Dr. Michaels, if you would.
All right, first dose is ready. Should be about 10 years.
Ladies first.
Oh, hit me.